It may sound obvious, but when it comes to surviving attacks from predators, camouflage really does help animals stay hidden. It has long been assumed animals which are able to match their surroundings reduce their chances of becoming a meal. Now, scientists have confirmed this theory, but being able to peer through the eyes of predators while studying birds and their eggs from their point of view. Many animals have different levels of color vision to humans, with some having a greater ability to see colors more vividly. While it may be hard for us to spot ground nesting birds as they hide in the bush, exactly how other animals see them has not been explored. Scientists from the universities of Exeter and Cambridge used sophisticated digital imaging to test just how effective the various camouflage strategies used by animals really are. They found that birds and eggs in Zambia which matched the pattern or contrast of the surrounding landscape really did have better survival chances. The findings are published in the journal Scientific Reports. Dr. Jolyon Trosienko, a researcher at Exeter's Center for Ecology and Conservation and lead author on the study, said, "We know that animal camouflage has evolved over millions of years to help prey evade being seen by predators. It is a classic example of natural selection. Yet although it may seem obvious that blending into your background makes you less likely to be seen, it is surprisingly difficult to test this in a natural setting. This is partly because very well camouflaged animals are, of course, difficult to find in the wild, and also because they tend to keep moving around, meaning the match between their own appearance and their background is constantly changing. In addition, we had determined which predators were eating the nests so that we could take into account their different visual systems. The study examined ground nesting birds which keep their eggs in a fixed location throughout a month-long incubation period. Researchers compared both the adult birds, and their eggs, to their chosen backgrounds. They also monitored which nests had been found by predators such as banded mongooses, birds, and vervet monkeys, and even in one case, hungry children. Specially calibrated digital cameras and computer models of animal vision enabled the team to view the nests just as the predators might see them. This offered an insight which ranged from the sophisticated color vision of birds able to see ultraviolet wavelengths, to the relatively poor color vision of mongooses which can only detect blues and yellows. The results showed that for bird species which would flee the nest as predators approached, such as plovers and coursers, the eggs were more likely to survive to hatching if they matched the background more closely to the background when exposed to view by their fleeing parent. In nightjars, however, which conceal their eggs by remaining motionless over them when predators approached, it was the appearance of the adults that was most important for their survival. Nightjars that matched the background pattern were more likely to save their eggs from being eaten. Dr. Martin Stevens, an associate professor in sensory and evolutionary ecology at Exeter, added, "Despite such a long history of research, ours is the first study to directly show how the degree of camouflage an individual has, to the eyes of its predators, directly affects the likelihood of it being seen and eaten in the wild."